Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the Otaku Brothers podcast. My name is Joseph, your co-host, joined as always by my lovely, lovely co-host Ben Chan.
Hello.
What's up, man? What's up? What's up? But we got some exciting news, Ben,
Me
because
too.
today, it's not actually today, it actually kind of passed already, but it is our 3-year anniversary, Ben.
Wow.
Happy anniversary. My
Happy anniversary, Joseph.
It's crazy. 3
Time
years.
flies.
3 years. It's wild. Our channel is now old enough to go to preschool, which is that's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, it's wild to think
At
that.
the age they go at?
I don't
3?
know. It's
I think that's really young.
isn't the elementary school starts at like what, kinder? So I think 3, some whatever. They can start going to a school if you're one of those parents. But yeah, regardless. Happy 3, the troubling 3s as they say. But no, it's exciting. I totally actually forgot what day our actual anniversary is. I could probably pull that up,
I
but
feel like it was February 16th. I don't know why.
February 16th. That is,
That's a number that's in my head. I feel like I know it was in February.
was it February? Is there a way, how would I,
I
even
feel
check
like
my
it.
age? I guess the channel. All right. Okay.
First video.
Yeah. Or no, I think it says join February 16th. Dang,
Oh.
you got it. That's actually crazy. February 16th, 2022. And since then, we have made 266 videos and have garnered over 120,000 views. That's something to write home about. Another thing to tick off on the resume. But yeah, so thank you guys so much, seriously, for all the support. It's been awesome. We love you guys, and we're sorry we missed last week. It was just busy week. So, but
Yeah,
we're
my
back.
bad.
No, it's my fault too. So, we're back, and we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. A lot of news because we missed a week. So it's always good when there's a lot of news to talk about. So Ben, anything fun you want to start off with? I mean, there's a lot going on just in general. I mean, a lot of stuff national.
Yeah.
I feel like media wise. I mean, the Oscars were today. A lot of stuff. I don't know if you follow WWE, but I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on with
I
that.
did see that.
John
I saw
Cena
something.
apparently
Yeah.
becoming a villain, which was cool. So a lot of things in national media going on. But yeah, a lot of memes with Trump and Zelensky. That was funny. I don't know if you can see anything of that stuff. But yeah, so
Gosh, yeah.
a lot of world stuff. But no, we are gonna stay in our lane here. But Ben, is there anything fun you want to talk about first before something fun, interesting? There's a lot. But
I have a handful of things to talk about, but one thing that I wanted to talk about. I sent you one picture the other day, and there's this trend that's been going around where people are like, "What is Blue Lock even about?"
yeah.
And it's just some of them are panels from the actual manga, and some of them are just panels from other manga. Like, there's one where it's like the Gun Devil, and it's like Asagi just passed the ball, bro. What are you doing? And it's funny because sometimes the Blue Lock manga, like, it gets that crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, there's this one guy that gets introduced, and his like aura thing is it's literally just like a demon. It looks like a boss from Elden Ring.
What? That's so sick.
Everyone's just like, what is what is this about, bro? Just pass the ball. And I think it's so funny.
I think that.
And then
Or sorry, go
I
ahead.
sent Joseph one, and it's this panel, and Isagi's like, "Are you willing to die?" And then the captain's just like, "No, like,
No.
like I'm just trying to play soccer, dude."
I know, I'm just trying to have fun. No, but I think that's what makes Blue Lock so good, is that it's just
Funny.
that dramatic, and I think that's what makes stuff like, for me, JoJo's being one of my favorite mangas. It's just that, like, that's what makes it so funny, is that it's just so dramatic and stupid. Like the scenes of him being like, "Oh, I'm gonna like licking the cherry," or just saying his name over dramatically. That's just, it's just that's what makes it so funny.
Blue Lock has like a really interesting dynamic where the art style's really good,
Yeah.
but then at the same time, sometimes the dialogue is just like interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But then like you put everything together, and it's just like a really good story.
Mm-hmm.
Like the author, he goes in depth on all these characters, and there's developments,
Yeah.
and it's super dramatic. It's fun.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
It's fun.
It is. It's a great time, but no, yeah. I mean, that's really it's really funny. I mean, I remember you talking a while back? Did that Blue Lock match end up ending? Right, it did, right?
Yeah,
Dang.
we got. It's kind of weird the chapters after the match because it almost
Mm-hmm.
feels like filler
Yeah.
to a point. So we got a chapter last week, but this week the author's taking a break, which is totally justified because he's been writing this thing for like more than a year.
Yeah, that
Um,
is totally fair.
yeah,
That is.
but everyone's eager to see. Like we know who won the match, but there's another aspect of ranking that we're waiting to find out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a match that was going on parallel to it, and we're waiting to find out.
Dude,
Um,
I am so excited for it. I mean, because I feel like right now after this U20 match and I mean, I've said it before, but it just feels like it's already coming to an end, like a conclusion. And
mhm.
it's apparently there's just so much more that
It's
it's
like
been going
quite the
on.
opposite, actually.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like we're scratching the surface. So I'm very excited. And I hope it does continue to get animated because I really want to see more. And I love the new
Oh,
characters that they introduced.
I'm actually really glad we started with Bullock because there was news last week that the next season of Blue Lock, it's staying with 8-bit, but they got a
Hmm.
new production studio.
Really?
So there's going to be a new company overseeing the production of it,
Ooh,
which is
that's
really good
exciting. That's
news.
very exciting. Yeah,
So
that's
I
good.
think we can have some high hopes for next season or
Oh, that's
movies or whatever it
awesome.
decides to be.
Yeah, hopefully they can be on top of that. Okay, there's so much I need to get to. But first of all, Ben, that reminds me, now that we're talking about Blue Lock, I was gonna see, I could tell by your background, you put some photos up.
Where
The F1 ones, as well as the ones to the left of it, which looks like a Blue Lock panel, right?
I've had those up.
No, that was not up. Remember we missed a week. Did you?
I've had these up for
You're lying.
literally months.
I'm pulling this up right
Especially
now.
the Blue Lock one that's been up for way longer.
Please, you're joking.
You even pointed out the F1 photos and we had a conversation about it.
Did I actually?
Yeah.
Why is that? Are you
Check
serious?
like go like 3 months back. They'll still
Oh,
be there.
you're so right. You're so right. How did I just have? Oh, that's right. I guess 3 months back. Oh my God. Well,
I
you're
guarantee
right.
it.
Wait, is it even before? Oh my God, even before Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's outrageous. My fault. That's so random. Okay, I
That's okay.
apologize. Anyways,
Okay.
um, sorry. Is there anything else you want to say about the look?
Um, I got volume 18 came out a couple days
Ooh,
ago. I picked that up.
that's awesome. Is it by far now the biggest
Yeah.
series you have? Yeah, 18. Okay.
I have 3 different versions of the first volume
Oh my gosh.
and then up to 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nagi's spin-off started releasing in English, so I have the first 2 volumes
Oh,
of that.
that's awesome.
And then I went on French Amazon because there is a limited edition French version of volume 22 with a different cover. So I bought that.
That's so cool.
Um, yeah.
That's
So it's
awesome.
getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely need a new bookshelf because
Yeah.
I can only rearrange it so many times,
No, that's
and I
completely
don't have
fair.
room.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Barnes& and Noble the other day, and I was like, there's like three other books that I needed to pick up, and I just had to hold off on it. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, because the new Chainsaw Man one came out, and then I'm behind on Dawn to Dawn. I feel like I haven't like thought of Dawn to Dawn in a while, but I was like, there's still like 4 or 5 volumes out that I need to get. So
yeah.
it's been good. But I hear the series has actually been really good recently. But
Good.
speaking of Chainsaw Man, Ben, for all of you Chainsaw Man haters out there, it's very exciting because the latest chapter that came out this week was, I know you always get mad at me for saying it, but it was peak. And but it was actually peak for one specific reason, is that we finally saw a huge character development moment for our main boy Denji, which was very exciting because up until this point a lot of complaints have been going on saying that, oh, this character is kind of just regressed and just been hasn't really learned from his mistakes and experiences, and we finally see him learn, and it was
Mhm.
very beautiful, the payoff. So it's great, it's been great, it's been amazing. People are suspecting that it's in its final arc coming up soon, which is kind of sad, but
Mhm.
it's, yeah, it's been really good, Ben. I think you should catch up on it. But yes, I feel like there's another thing I want to talk about with manga, but I can't remember. Oh, there is. Actually, there's a lot of stuff with manga, Ben, that we got to talk about because, um, Ben, My Dress Up Darling's ending.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's
News ending.
it's ending after I don't know how many chapters, but it's quite a lot, I think.
I feel like it was
Um,
close to 200,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, it's quite a bit. So that's kind of it's very depressing. Especially because we only have one season so far of the show, but obviously there has been an announcement that season 2 will be coming out this year, but we don't know when. So that's sad, but now the manga's ending as well, so we know that it's I don't know. It's depressing, but at least for all you manga readers out there, you guys can finally get the conclusion to the story. So that's exciting, I guess, but also just
Mhm.
depressing. It's a mixed bag, Ben. But I don't know. I haven't actually been spoiled by for my dress up. I think I was spoiled at one point, but I forgot it. I
Yeah.
think so. I'm happy about that. But
I feel like I saw something a couple weeks ago. And I didn't know if it was like a fan made thing or not.
mhm.
And I'm just gonna assume that it wasn't in the story, but it looks pretty legit.
Uh oh.
So I may have gotten spoiled.
No.
I was pretty content
Spoiler.
with the spoiler.
Okay. Well, that
I think I had
sucks.
to do with the ending, so.
Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, it's yeah, it sucks when stuff like that happens, man. That's the downside of Twitter and these other
Hmm.
sites like TikTok. But yeah, so that's happening. My Dress Up Darling is ending, which is sad, but it's okay because, like I said, season 2 is coming out, which is really really exciting. But
Hmm.
Ben, additionally, there was some other stuff I want to talk about, but you got what do you got? What do you got for us?
Um, I wrote a handful of things.
Okay, I do, as do I.
Where's the first thing? Um, so supposedly, I wasn't paying attention, but supposedly Dragon Ball Daima
Yep.
crashed Crunchyroll.
What?
Yeah,
That's kind of a big
which is
deal.
I didn't know that happened. Everyone was saying that across the internet, so I'm gonna take their word for it.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of crazy. Did we ever talk about that? The whole Super Saiyan 4 thing? Or is
Yes, or
that
I don't know if we talked about that on stream, but or on
yeah,
just on the podcast. But yeah, that happened. That was crazy.
yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is now canon.
It's finally.
Is interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just so weird because as soon as they turned back into adults, I feel like the show was interesting again.
Hmm.
And like I wanted to watch it, but
Yeah. I think
I
it's
didn't watch
like I think like we said, it's gonna help now that it's been hopefully when the English dub comes out. But yeah, I mean that's crazy, and it's awesome to see all those Dragon Ball fans come out and show their support. Um,
it. Hmm.
Especially because I don't know if you knew this, Ben, but the final episode aired a year after the death of Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon
Hmm.
Ball,
Yeah.
which was crazy that it's already been a year. I feel like it literally just happened this summer, right? I feel like I'd heard about it this
Yeah.
summer, and just that's when it really started. Yeah, I don't know, but it sucks that he's already been gone for a year, but it is really nice to see that this is his final project and it just got wrapped up and finished a year after his passing. So that's
Hmm.
cool, but I feel like that kind of just got me also wanting to rewatch it, or not just to watch it and finish it. But yeah, I mean, because I mean, it had a lot going for it. I thought the animation was really good. Yeah, now that Super Saiyan 4 happened, that's really awesome. So
I
I
just
think
wish
I'm gonna give it a
I just
shot.
wish they weren't kids.
I know. I
I
know.
don't know why that's such like a turn off for me, but it
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be our generation's GT is what it kind of feels like. So,
hmm
um, yeah, it's just also weird too because it's kind of like a prequel story, or like not a prequel,
yeah.
but just in between what we've already seen. And so I don't know. I kind of just wish they'd continue Super, but hopefully they are. Now that this is, it seems like from what you've said, with it crashing the site and people, caring about it a lot more. It seems that hopefully
Hmm.
we get some more stuff past Super because, yeah, I'm very curious to see how the story goes from after that because I've been spoiled a little bit on what happens, and I would love to see some of those transformations. And then superhero was great as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of potential still with all the Dragon Ball stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, but so I don't know. That's that.
Yeah.
But
That's Dragon Ball.
yeah.
Um,
Well, then if we're
I don't.
sticking with Toei
Oh
animation,
gosh.
we could
Oh
talk
no.
about One
I know where
Piece.
this is.
One Piece has been up to something, man. Especially with me being a big basketball fan myself.
Mhm.
They recently One Piece just had a collab with the Los Angeles Lakers.
I don't get that. I don't.
I do not understand
I
where
wonder
this
who
collab
reached out
came
to who
from.
first.
Yeah, especially because the only connection to like Japan I think that Los Angeles Lakers have is the Roy Hachimura, who is a
Mm.
center. I think that's his position, a center on the Lakers, and he's half Japanese. So that's it. But maybe
Feels like a
because
bit of a reach.
maybe because the Dodgers started doing stuff with Hollow Live, that whole
Yeah.
stuff. But Ben, I also just saw that the MLB is doing a Demon Slayer collab.
My
So
gosh.
so yeah, it's just going to show how big anime is becoming in Western culture. I don't know. It's crazy. I thought it was actually kind of cool though, to be honest. Seeing the
That was pretty
Lakers,
cool.
the Luffy animation that they showed on the jumbotron, him playing basketball, and then I
Hmm.
think they got some big Twitch streamers, Pokimane and Ludwig showed out
Yeah, all are all
cosplaying
dressed up.
as Nami and Shanks. So
Hmm.
it was cool, I guess. I mean, it would have been a lot better if it was a One Piece, but yeah, it happened. I don't know, like I don't know. I mean, I guess I just don't see many anime fans, I guess, going to like I don't know, especially because the Lakers tickets are probably so expensive with Luca just getting
Yeah.
traded there, and yeah, I don't know, but it was just crazy to see. I don't know, but if you're a One Piece fan and a basketball fan, that was probably really cool. They had a lot of collab merch as well. Um, so the only thing that I thought was really cool about this whole thing really is the fact that this might open the door for other animes to also get collabs with other sports teams.
Hmm.
Like I know My Hero's done like t-shirt collabs with the NBA teams.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's been a thing before. But I don't know, like these event nights seem to be really big. I know the Houston Rockets actually do a Hello Kitty night.
Oh
So
my gosh.
um yeah, I don't know. Maybe this we're gonna start seeing a lot more stuff like that in the sports world. I'm curious to see how the Demon Slayer one looks because I know a Japanese artist actually. I forget his name. He's the one who does a lot of the Kanye West album art. He did
Mhm.
like Graduation. Um, he's done
I made
others.
graduation.
Oh, he made Graduation, like Kids See Ghosts, those album covers. He just
Hmm.
did a collab, the artist, with the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. So his
Oh.
jerseys are out. They're very cool. They're very nice designs, very simplistic but still cool. So
Hmm.
I don't know. It's cool seeing all these collabs, and then I know Kaz does a lot of stuff like with the Brooklyn Nets. So it's cool getting to see these artists and just other media collab with other sports stuff. So yeah, I could totally see the MLB doing a cool collab with Demon Slayer. So who knows, Ben? Maybe we'll get a Bleach collab. I'm surprised we haven't done a Naruto one. I feel like that would be
Right.
cool. I know. Oh, that actually. What another cool segue, Ben? I don't know if you know who Zion Williamson is. Or Zion Williams. I don't know why I said Williamson. Zion Williams for the Pelicans. He recently just showed off his new tattoo. He got
Uh,
the Naruto
oh
fox
yes, I saw that.
curse seal on his stomach.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But yeah, enough of that little talk. But but yeah, weird collab. So
Yeah, that's interesting. Um, I don't know if you've been on Netflix recently, but Freyrin
I
is now
didn't. Is it on there?
now available to stream on
Hmm,
Netflix.
that's exciting. I really need to
Very.
watch that still. It's that was a
Um,
good one. Another thing, Ben, we could talk about. Fire
mhm,
Force got a new trailer,
did.
and we now got confirmed that it was going to be releasing July, April, one of those months, I think. Or am I
Like
totally
it's
off?
I think it's April.
April, but then we know that the second core is going to be airing January 2026. Is when the second core will be airing for that. So yeah, a bit away. But honestly, it's all coming out pretty soon. I don't know, but this is a crazy year. This is a crazy year for shows.
Going to
Um,
be very crazy.
yeah, so that was pretty cool. I don't know. I've watched the trailer, Ben, but like you said, I kind of need to. Um, I think I really need to rewatch it because,
Yeah, I plan to.
yeah,
I don't remember
I
what
think
is happening.
the summer I'll probably give it a rewatch because yeah, there's a lot going on in the story right now. So that I just totally forgot about. I couldn't even name like half the characters. So
Mhm.
so yeah. But sticking with cool movie announcements, Ben, Demon Slayer. We finally got a release date. We got a movie poster, and then we got a release date. It's gonna be coming out July 16th, July 12th. What
Yeah,
was it? July 18th. July 18th in Japan. So that probably
pretty
means
crazy.
a couple months later it'll be coming out in the US. So I kind of don't know if it's a spoiler, Ben, but I think it is. So minor spoiler for the Demon Slayer movie. They now I was on Twitter and somebody said crazy that this is gonna be the first fight or something like that, and it was a picture of Zenitsu running or something like
Oh
that.
my
And I don't
gosh.
know. So and I was like, oh god, I because obviously that's a big thing at the end of the season with
Yeah,
Zenitsu kind of going full like emo mode it
you
seemed.
locked in.
Yeah, he locked in. So the fact that that's one of the first fights we get to see and that whole big reveal immediately is awesome. So kind of a spoiler,
That's
but
that's honestly my favorite fight, to be
in the
honest.
whole rest of the arc,
I'm not saying it's the best one. I mean, that's
just
like
your favorite.
it's my favorite one just because of like Zenitsu's character.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of it almost feels like his conclusion.
Oh, exciting! I'm so hyped. That's so
Really
cool.
good.
That's
Really
awesome.
good.
And yeah, like we said, it's gonna be 3 movies, so this is just the first one. Hopefully it's like just a year at most between each movie. So hopefully we keep
Yeah,
getting these yearly releases for the next 3 years. That'd be awesome.
man.
But yeah, I'm very excited for the movie. It is so yeah. So especially because we're gonna get back to that movie budget. So even though that doesn't even matter because the show has been insanely animated, but
Yeah. Um,
I'm so ready for it.
on the topic of Demon Slayer, they are re-releasing the Mugen Train movie in theaters with
What?
enhanced audio and visuals.
No way.
So I think I will be seeing that.
I definitely will be rewatching that. That's amazing.
That came
Oh,
out in like October of 2021.
that's right.
That that
It
that
was
started everything.
2021. That
Yeah,
literally Mugen Train is going down in history as the movie that changed anime cinema.
it's really
That's
changed the anime.
it's ridiculous. Yeah, that is so exciting. Oh, I'm so hyped, dude. Honestly, if it was literally just the second half of the movie, that would be completely fine with me too. But
Yeah,
yeah. Oh man.
yeah.
Wait,
It's coming out in May.
Wait, no, Mugen Train was completely all new content. What am I saying, right? It was
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
before they started doing the like 2 episodes and then the oh my god,
yeah.
that's right. Wow, that's so exciting. Oh heck yeah, I'm definitely gonna go watch that. Very cool. Very,
The
very
movie
sick.
has been upconverted to 4K resolution, and they've
Mm-hmm.
remixed the audios.
Well, that's awesome. Well, speaking of movies, Ben, um, yeah, Pokemon just released a little short film on YouTube called what was it? Pokemon something, The Postman and Dragonite, or Dragonite and the Postman. It looks really good. The animation looks really good. I forget what studio did it, but it was by another popular studio, I believe. So it looks really good. I really liked the quality. It's a short film that got released on YouTube, and I'm very excited to check it out. It seemed like a lot of people were excited. I really like this new era of like what Pokemon's doing with these like just creative movies. Like I think we've talked a little bit about Pokemon Concierge or like that whole thing on Netflix, that like stop motion animated movie.
Yeah,
So very cool, fun time to be a Pokemon fan. Um, I'm excited, especially because Dragonite's one of my favorite Pokemon. So don't really know what it's about though. So
guess we'll see.
yeah.
Yeah, Fire Force comes out April 4th. I just saw.
Oh,
So,
April. Okay. Cool.
um, what?
Right on April Fools.
else? Um, in other news, there was an interview that a reporter did with Mappa's vice president
Okay.
talking about the state of the anime industry.
Okay.
And it's interesting because he thinks a lot of the what does he say? Is a wordful. He said, I think it is important for a company to take a stance of not allowing individuals to work in a way that does not allow them to maintain a work-life balance. So he's kind of addressing the fact that companies are prioritizing people finishing work and pressuring them to
Mm-hmm.
rather than having a work-life balance, I think. Um, and he also said a really big problem is that there have been key or really famous animators,
Mm-hmm.
um, and those animators work as freelancers, and so they'll just kind of they'll hop from company to company and work on parts, but their skills in animating aren't getting passed down to anyone. So it's just kind of whenever they
Mm,
leave a company, it's kind of they're not gonna teach anything, I guess.
yeah.
And he said that's kind of a problem because they can't always get good animators if they're always in other jobs or not.
Yeah.
So he says that MAPPA is considering an education-based system inside their company where they will hire these famous animators to pass
Whoa.
down their skills to animators in the company so that there's some form of, I
Consistency.
guess, yeah, and people are learning and passing down skills from
Okay.
animator to animator.
I like
But I
that.
think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, that's smart. That's yeah. I mean, we see it all the time that that kind of being a big issue, and I think with like Jujutsu Kaisen too, that was a big deal about people like the episodes just getting barely finished before their release dates, and
Yeah.
the whole industry is so messed up with animation in over there. So I think that's a great idea. I think yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome because I think that honestly just seems like a win for everybody.
Hmm.
More people get to learn and improve their skills and get better at it and get more jobs as a result of it, and then animation studios can then put out more work and more money. So that seems just like it seems like a win-win, I think. But that'd be awesome. Hopefully, other studios could also take note, like Trigger, um, and other studios. I not to call it Trigger. I don't know why. Just that's the first thing that popped in my head. I love Trigger. Um,
Hmm.
wow, that's really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. And then the last thing I have to talk about is we got a visual
Hmm.
for My Joseph Darling, and we see Marin in a bunny suit.
Oh, oh yes, yes we do. Yes, I am excited, Ben. I have not read ahead. I have stuck to our vow of not reading ahead. But
Mm.
based on the volume covers, I'm very excited because it seems like we get some cool ones. As you said, the Bunny Girl suit one, a nun
Yeah.
apparently, which I don't know, and then a guy, I think. So
Yeah.
gonna be interesting. I mean, obviously it's cool to see the costumes, but I mean that's not what we're here for. At least I'm not. um, yeah, so that's awesome though. I'm excited. It was funny. I remember when we were watching the show, and you were like, we saw like this tan character, and
Oh
and you
yeah, I
were like,
remember
"There's
arguing about
no
that.
way that's her." I was like, "Dude, it is. It definitely is." So
Yeah.
that's funny. It's great. It's gonna be great, dude. I hope, Ben. It has to be a summer release, right? That just seems like a summer show.
I
So
think
I
so. I
I
don't think we don't have a release date
we
yet.
don't just got a year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Oh,
2025 left.
yeah. I feel like I don't know, maybe it is summer. I would be surprised if it's spring because I feel like we've known about this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
we'll see. I
no, I agree. Um, well then, if you don't have any more news, Ben, I had a question for you.
think that's all I have.
me go ahead and just.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait, did Dune win an Oscar? Ooh, best sound and
Oh,
best
did it?
VFX.
Ooh.
Okay, good stuff, Dune.
I actually have one more
Go for
piece
it.
of news, which is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So originally, whenever the Haikyuu movies got announced, they were gonna do two
Mm.
movies,
Mm-hmm.
with the second one finishing off the series, and everyone was like, "That's way too rushed, given the amount of chapters that are left."
Yeah.
And it was just announced today that they're getting rid of that. So they're gonna do. They've done one movie already.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna do another movie, and then they're gonna have a final season. So
How many seasons are out right now for that? I feel like it's been.
four, and then a movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I
That's
think everyone's happy about that.
yeah.
I'm happy about that.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, good news for all you Haikyuu fans. Um, but okay. Well, if we do not have any more news, then I did have a question for you. Um,
Hear it.
I was curious what your thoughts were, Ben. I just was reading an article the other day, that Attack on Titan, the movie, the final movie came out a year ago, like last week or something like that. And I was just
Mhm.
curious to think, now that we've had time to digest for over a year, Attack on Titan, things like this, especially its ending. I know you did read the manga, so you're
Mhm.
kind of a bit more, you kind of knew more about how it was going to end, but still seeing it all come together on the screen. What are your thoughts on you know, it's ending still. A year later, I know that whenever it first came out, there's a lot of controversy about how it ended. A lot of people were kind of like mixed. Some people loved
Yeah.
it, some people hated it. But what are you thinking now, a year from today or a year ago?
I've always been on the supporting side.
Mm-hmm.
I think even before the author added a couple extra pages,
Mm-hmm.
kind of solidify the ending. I think it was a fine ending. I think everyone else is kind of on the same page about that after seeing the movie and
Mm-hmm.
letting it sit. Um, yeah, I think it's a fine ending for the story. Fine ending for Aaron's character and everyone's characters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it. I don't know what I'd change it to if I wanted to, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
That's good. Okay, good. Yeah, so we're on the same page. Yeah, I really liked it as well. I really liked the ending. I think that I loved everybody's character. I've seen a lot of complaints that Mikasa is kind of like very undervalued. Uh,
Mhm.
Armin is so and so, but I completely disagree. I think both of their characters were great. I think it all made sense. I think there's a little bit more stuff that could have been ironed out, specifically with like Ymir's character and like that whole little backstory a bit. I feel like that was
Mhm.
kind of a little rushed, maybe, but besides that, I think it all made sense to me, and I think that Aaron was completely justified in not. I'm not saying that he's but justified in like I see how he got from point A to point B. Obviously, you
Yeah.
can agree or disagree with those means, but I understood where he was coming from and
Hmm.
why he acted the way he did. It wasn't like out of the blue or anything like that. So yeah, it made sense. And then I know a lot of people were a little confused with the ending, like the I don't know, like the weird post credit scenes, but I liked it. I liked the message of it all. Is that kind of how he sacrificed himself he sacrificed 80% of the world just for his friends to be at peace for that time. He wasn't trying to end all war forever or anything like that, but he was being selfish for his friends, and I think that was really cool. That he's not really a hero, so he's still a bad guy. But I really liked the ending still. I think it really holds up now, and I think I mean its legacy is cemented. It's probably gonna go down as one of the greatest shows ever. So
Hmm.
I liked it. I liked it. I'm glad they're not doing anything else with it. I'm glad they're at least I think, right? There's no
They
plans.
milked it as long as they
Yeah,
could,
I mean that's one thing too.
and
I
I
think
respect it.
yeah.
Like, gosh, that show must have been bringing in so much money.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. That was probably I was gonna say my only complaint is how they released it, dude. It was
That really
miserable.
hurt it, I feel
Oh
like,
yeah.
because
100%.
it was almost to a point where you could probably you could probably have to rewatch it every time something
Mm-hmm.
new came out
Yeah.
just to remember what happened.
That is why, dude. For what it's worth, man, I think that's kind of why I want to give my flowers to like Solo Leveling and these like newer like Dawn to Dawn. I guess I can't give my flowers to Dawn to Dawn for that, but just like I'm so glad like for a show like I guess I'll use Solo Leveling as an example, which we'll probably talk about here in a minute. Like I'm just so glad it's sticking to the normal seasonal format, dude. It's not doing anything fancy with these movies or it's just like, dude, just give us a show and obviously it's working. Like that show is killing it.
Yeah.
People every week are talking about it and getting hyped and excited for it. And it doesn't need to release a movie or just anything extra like these increased weird delays or these bulk releases like JoJo's did. Like just do the normal schedule, man. It works.
You know, Crunchyroll came out and said that was their most watched show in 2024.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I kind of miss the shows that they just kept running it every week. What
Yes.
happened to those shows?
I think that kind of well, okay, I don't know about that. I think seasonal's fine because
But
then
like even then, I don't.
they
Besides One Piece, I don't know any other show that doesn't do seasonal
I
anymore.
think because it's not sustainable anymore. Because that I would rather have seasonal shows, but because if you have just those weekly ones, I feel like you get just a lot of filler at times, and it does.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
fair.
I think it becomes more of a harder thing to break into. Like I feel like if One Piece was seasonal, it could work a bit more. You know, I feel like
Hmm.
that it wouldn't be as intimidating to watch it because like people are like, oh, I'm gonna watch like the Family Guy or something like that. I'm just gonna watch a couple seasons at a time and take a break.
Yeah,
And so it's like okay, then it becomes digestible. But if you're just like, oh, One Piece is just like over 1,000 episodes and there's no seasons or anything like that, it's gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna start it because then I have to commit to watching 1,000 plus episodes. You could still look at it from like like I'll just watch like 50 or something like that, but then you're like,
yeah.
it becomes a little bit harder to manage for somebody who's just trying to get into it.
I
So,
couldn't even imagine One Piece on a seasonal like scale. Like that'd actually be going on for centuries, I feel like.
yeah, I feel like at this point, yeah, it's a little too far gone, regardless. Or yeah, I don't know. So who knows? But yeah, I mean, seasonal's good, but also I think that it's because I don't know. I feel like are manga getting shorter, Ben? They're not, right? It's just the way.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I wait, maybe. I just feel like oh wait, maybe you're kind of right. I don't know.
I wonder how many chapters is like Bleach, Naruto, One
Bleach
Piece.
is almost 700.
Like the only because think about how many bigger shows like go on have gone on for like how long is Attack on Titan? How many episodes? It's only like
I think it's 80-ish.
see that's not a lot still. That's
No.
but then you have shows like Fire Force isn't even it's like what 48 episodes. Yeah, because
Yeah.
then and then it's gonna be what another 24. So it's like that's still not a lot, and it's already ended.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
maybe I don't know
That's a
because
good point.
the only other shows that I think that are still like ongoing that are long, like JoJo's is already in like if you're considering the fact that it's like those parts, it's like probably like 900 chapters around.
Hmm.
So or like yeah something like that. So that Hunter x Hunter's long just because that's the whole thing Berserk. But I think the shows are just getting shorter, man, or mangas. So
I'm trying to find like long mangas. One Piece is in 19th place in the longest manga of all time.
yeah, that's I think
There's a volume, or there's a series with 215 volumes.
215 volumes.
Yeah. And it started in 1968 and it is still going on.
Oh my god, that's insane.
That's crazy.
I think I think JoJo's is
One
up there.
Piece,
Honestly, I don't know. I've heard that it's pretty high up.
Conan.
Conan, I've heard it's long.
Uh, uh, I saw Hajime no Ippo, Hajime Ippo or whatever. Uh, Fairy Tale is 83 volumes.
Dang.
Ace of Diamonds is 81. Yeah, maybe Gintama 77. I feel like Gintama is one of the. There's Bleach. There's Naruto. I don't know. Initial D's up there.
Apparently, as of December 2024, JoJo's had 136 volumes.
Hmm.
That's wild.
Pokemon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think just
I think shows
I
are
feel
just
like authors they might just get burnt out because that's a lot of work writing a story for that long.
yeah, and I also think maybe it's because I feel like since there's so much more content now, or maybe it's always been like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just since there's so much more content and studios have to try and put it all together, or publishing companies, I guess, for the manga, and it's like they have to have a certain amount of only chapters. Because I feel like I've heard that before that like authors try to write stories and they only get a certain amount of chapters, and so.
Yeah, that's what I heard with the JJK series.
Mhm. So maybe they're just
Like
becoming a bit tighter.
they have to disclose how many chapters or volumes it's gonna be.
Hmm.
Or they get like I think they get funding or something for a certain amount of volumes. And then if they get to a point where it's about to end, then it just kind of feels rushed because they need
Hmm.
to close things up.
Yeah.
That's what I heard
So.
someone say. I don't know how factual that is.
Hmm. So. So yeah. It's there you go. But it's a lot. So maybe that's one
Yeah.
thing. I forgot what started this conversation, but oh yeah,
Uh,
Solo
the
Leveling
whole
movies.
seasonal thing.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, that's even further
Yeah.
back.
So yeah, that's just a long segue about movies and Silent Item.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, Ben, I think it's time we get into our shows that we're talking about. So unfortunately, I did not watch the latest episode of Sakamoto Days. I'm a little busy this weekend, but
Hmm.
I did you like it, Ben? Was it good? I know you've been
It's pretty
fighting.
good. I think I'm starting to like the show a little bit more.
Yay! Yes. We got him. We got him. It only took
Yeah.
like what 8 or 9
Season's
episodes.
almost over.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
um, yeah, it was pretty good.
mhm.
Um, I actually forgot what happened the episode before because this was 2 weeks ago when I watched
The
it.
episode before, oh, that's when Shin and Lu got in their fight, and then they they go to
Was is
like
that the one with the sniper,
no,
or
that
is
was
that?
before that. They
Oh,
they go to Shin's like where he got his like abilities in the
oh
lab.
yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, this week's episode was just a continuation of that, and
Hmm.
then there's a big fight. And,
Nice.
yeah, but do you know who Vinny Hacker is, Joseph?
Vinny Hacker, the streamer,
Yeah,
or not? Is he
I
a
guess
YouTuber?
so. He does TikTok. He's just a person.
Okay.
Do you know who he is?
He boxed, right? Didn't he box? Did I?
He wasn't one of those
Yeah.
boxing
Okay.
matches.
Yeah.
Uh, he voices someone in the English dub.
What?
Yeah.
Like a big character,
Um.
or
Yep.
why? Is this?
It's the character that comes out next week in next week's episode. But people know because it's already out technically. And I thought that was really weird.
That's very weird. That's so
I don't
random.
know. I don't
I
know.
Fair enough, I guess. Good for him. That's really cool. Hopefully, he's a good voice
Okay.
actor.
He
Um,
sounded pretty good. I'm gonna give him credit. He
really.
sounded like a legit voice
Okay,
actor. I can't
actually,
even tell
hang
you.
on. Before we continue with the anime stuff, Ben, I we need to talk about this latest episode of Invincible. A very random segue, but just
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
I want to give my flowers to Aaron Paul. You guys
Yeah,
might
he
know
did
him
really
from
good.
Breaking Bad. He plays Jesse Pinkman. He is the voice actor of the main character in the episode, Powerplex, and oh my gosh, he was incredible. Like that
Really
whole
good.
opening monologue with the title card was amazing, and then the whole fight scene with him in Invincible was great. And I mean, I know he does voice acting because he was in BoJack Horseman. He was one of the main characters in that. But I mean, oh my god, he was so great. He was incredible. I loved it.
Yeah,
It was really good. It was very much a nice surprise. I hope he's definitely in more of it later on. But
I don't think so.
yeah, but that was just a random segue. Sorry. Just,
No, you're good. That was a good segue.
Um, but yeah, Sakamoto Days. I'm glad you liked it, Ben. I'm glad you're finally coming around to it. That's how I felt. It's fun. It's nothing crazy, but it's fun. So yeah. Again, I didn't watch the latest episode of Blue Box. Last week's episode though was nuts. So it's Ben, I cannot wait for you to catch up with it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. And I think it's coming to an end almost. I think because it's 24
Yes.
episodes and it's like at 21,
Sorry.
20 maybe. So it's getting
Hmm.
there. It's getting to the end. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I'm very very excited for
It's
that.
crazy.
But yeah, man, I think we could talk about the Big Papa, man. Solo leveling.
Hmm.
It was great. We didn't talk about the last two episodes, just because we weren't
Oh
here
yeah.
last week. But I mean, it's just amazing, dude. We finally got to a big pivotal moment in the show. It seems. So spoilers again ahead for solo leveling. Uh, Jinwoo finally clears the 80th floor around there in the tower that he's been climbing,
Mhm.
and he meets an elf girl who, for some reason, that was interesting, random. I think
Yep. She's
seems,
there.
yeah. I don't know if she's
Don't
gonna
think.
become a main
Don't think we see
character.
her again.
No, actually,
I haven't seen her
we have
anywhere else.
no, we have to. She's in like the intro. I was like, no way they put her just for that scene, unless they're
I have not seen her anywhere else in the manga or the manhwa.
interesting. Well, regardless, Jinwoo clears the one of the floors. He gets a dragon now as one of his summons, and
Actually, a wyvern.
sure, okay, and so he ends up getting the final ingredient of the elixir of life for his mom, who was in a coma, and the whole reason he started doing all this to save her life, and it was nice, man. It was very very cool to see him finally heal his mom, to see the whole reason he started the show in the first place. Which brings me to my next point about I was like, okay, no way he's actually gonna save his mom. Like that can't be
Mhm.
it, right? Like this is like
Right?
end game stuff is like his he saves his mom. But it seems like we finally are going into a direction where now there's stuff with his dad. He said that he feels anxious now that his mom's alive, but he just like
Hmm.
doesn't know why. So there definitely has to be more to this. Um, and then we get this whole stuff with the chimera ants. I know I call them chimera ants, but just because that's every time I think of ants in anime now, that's what I think of. So we got this whole stuff with the ants going on the
Yeah.
island, and it seems like he's going there with all the S rank hunters, or we don't know if he's going, but he's interested at least.
Hmm.
But yeah, so we see a gathering of all the S rank hunters getting ready to prepare and train for this battle because apparently these ants are like super strong. So I feel like there's
Hmm.
something in the works, man. I feel like something's gonna happen, Ben. But
Yeah. You know that this episode was the most disliked episode in the Solo Leveling series?
are you serious?
It has the most dislikes out of any other episode.
Why? Is it just because he saves his mom and like that's endgame?
Yeah.
Like
People
that's
think it was too filler. That is
filler.
that right, that's what people are saying.
What is it's literally the opposite definition of filler. This is the main point of the story.
I
It's
know.
the whole
I
point.
this is a moment where I wish Crunchyroll still had his comments because
No, you're actually
gosh,
joking. Where are
I'm
people?
serious. I was on Twitter and I was all over TikTok.
This is people are. This is why sometimes subjectivity should not be allowed.
This is what
That's
happens when a show
insane.
gets too popular from like fighting and flashy lights. People don't care about
Mhm.
the story. They just want to see him ore farm all the time. And
That's.
yeah,
I cannot believe they're saying this is a filler. He's no, absolutely not. That's I couldn't disagree more. I think that sorry, I was on Twitter just trying to see if I could find
no,
anything
you're
about
fine.
it, but no, yeah, no, how? Literally how? It's the main point of the story. The whole reason that he started became a hunter in the first place was to save his mom and to, you know, revive her, to fix her, find a way to heal her. And how is that filler? I don't get it.
Mo-
We just
I
saw him go through a crazy fight where he
I
actually kind
know.
of struggled. We didn't even talk about that really. He
Oh
kind of
yeah, we did.
struggled. He like this was the
Yeah.
first time in a long time. I remember you were talking about it, saying when is he gonna have that struggle? The only reason he lives is because that elf girl, you know,
Yeah.
threw her spear or something to like to distract the knight for a second,
Yeah.
um, which is insane that he almost lost. And we just get a fight like that, and the reward for that fight, for him finally struggling, is that ingredient to make that elixir for his mom, who's again,
Mhm.
he's been doing this whole thing for. The whole point of him becoming a hunter and getting this power was to save her.
Yeah.
I don't see how you could say that's filler. And we even learn him get a cool new ability, which seems like it's going to be important with him being able to swap places with his summons.
Mhm.
So
I do want to
that's just
say, when
horrible.
I say the most disliked, it only has like 2,000 dislikes. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not anything crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but just out of the whole series, no episode has had that many.
Still,
Um,
that's insane. That's no. I feel like this is
yeah,
a huge episode because it's setting up to. I mean, you gotta use your brain, man. Like I don't get. Like obviously, if the author, if we've known for so long that this is gonna be it, like the whole purpose of Jinwoo doing what he
yeah. Like
does,
this was the
this
plot
is
of the
it
story, him
exactly.
healing his mom.
Now we know that okay, this can't be it. So what is gonna happen next? There
Hmm.
has to be, and that should be exciting. I don't get why that's a
He just aura
dislike.
farms
But I think he even aura farms in this though. Like him showing up,
and crying so much aura.
crying. No, but I feel like him showing up in front of all the other hunters too. I feel like that is aura. Like he's kind of just this. I don't know. Like him just being there. Like whenever that guy looks at him and he just has that blue aura around him. Like
Yeah,
he looks like an egoist, dude. He looks like he's ready to devour someone.
there was this. Sorry, we'll finish off our soul leveling thoughts, and then I'll say that if I
Yeah.
remember it. You
So
just said,
yeah, I
yeah,
mean, no, but I mean that's really it. I'm excited for what's to come. It seemed like we're gonna get this new arc. I'm excited for this next episode to see what these other S rank hunters are capable of, and to see if somehow Jinwoo ends up getting thrown into the mix and sparring, because I need people to see. I mean, just whenever people's reaction to how OP he is always just great. So I want to
yeah,
see more of that, please and thank you. So,
yeah, yeah. And we only have like 3 more episodes,
oh my god, that's insane. What's the next like couple shows coming out that we're supposed to be expecting?
like for spring.
Yeah, when's the spring season?
Fire Force. Oh, I forgot to mention
Oh,
Rising
April,
of the
yeah.
Shield Hero. Rising of the Shield Hero. Season 4 is coming out.
Okay, I hear that's actually a good show, but I can't tell if that's Cap or not. Or at least
Season
I've.
1 was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get hooked on Season 2. I didn't
Mm,
watch Season 3, but
mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it at first. I don't know what
Really
happened. Yeah, yeah.
fascinating. Okay.
But I know for sure Fire Force, Go Go Loser Ranger.
Oh, that's coming back. Heck yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I need to go through
exciting.
the list, but there's like this year was stacked. There's a bunch of shows coming out.
Yeah, that's
But
awesome. Heck
all of
yeah.
them come out next month, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm so ready for that. I'm so ready for Go-Go Loser Ranger. Actually, that's gonna be fun. But
The visual that came out looked really good.
uh-huh.
Bunch of new characters look
Heck
like.
yeah. Well, that's good. Well, I mean, that's pretty much wraps up my thoughts, Ben, for solo leveling. So, if you got
Yeah.
anything else to
Yeah.
add in,
My little side comment I was gonna make a second
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
You mentioned you mentioned an egoist, and that reminded me of Blue Lock.
Okay.
This video someone made on YouTube, and it was Isagi versus Maharaga.
Okay.
Um, I saw it on TikTok, and then the first comment was hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. Like, what is Maharaga gonna do against Asagi, bro? And it was so funny because
I love
everyone in the
that.
comments was like,
I love
why does anyone think Maharaga would win? Like, did Maharaga score the last goal in the U20 match?
it. I love, bro. I love that, dude. When a collective anime community can just get behind and understand a joke, it's so funny.
Yeah,
It is so funny.
yeah.
That is awesome. I love Blue Lock. It's so
I like
good,
the internet.
right?
People are funny.
It's so weird, dude. Sometimes I hate the internet, sometimes I love it, just because stuff like that makes me love it. I don't know if you saw, there was a big thing a while back where NBA Centel, a huge parody NBA Twitter account, got banned, and the whole collective like internet was just like rallying for him to come back because he's just so funny. he will tweet like fake media about the NBA world, and it's just he sometimes like actual people would fall for it, and it'd be so funny. Um, but yeah, I love moments like that. But then you have like moments like Instagram becoming like Zero Dark 30 for like a whole day where people are just getting horrible things like shown to them, and it's just like that's terrifying and horrible. That should not be
Mhm.
allowed. So it's very flip floppy. Um, but yeah, I guess it's worth it for sometimes. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's just funny. That's sick.
Yeah.
Gosh, I miss Bleach, Ben. Dude, I went to Barnes and Noble. I think yeah, I just said, and like I was looking through so many art books. They have so many good ones now, man. So many sick art books I want to get. So
I always see the My Dress Up Darling one.
yes, I was gonna say I saw that one. I saw the new JoJo one that they have. I'm waiting for
Hmm.
the one after this because right now the one that they just came out with only has arts from part 1 through 5. And I want to get
Hmm.
to when we get part 6 and 7. So yeah, that's
Hmm.
exciting. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all the news I got, Ben.
Yeah. Uh, I don't have anything else.
Did you? I will say though, I have been busy watching media and film this week. As we said, the Oscars were going on, but I
Yeah, me
finally,
too. Actually, I've been watching some stuff.
I went to go see Captain America, which was
Oh yeah. No.
yeah, it was okay.
I keep seeing a scene where he stops the Red Hulk swinging something just with his hands.
I don't remember that. I went at like 11 p.m., so I was very tired. But I don't
I just see
with his
people like
hands.
criticizing that scene because I think the movie would have justified it by saying he had a vibranium suit,
Yeah,
but he didn't have like any gloves on, so he just stopped it with his hands, and his hands just didn't like shatter immediately.
I don't remember. I don't
Um,
know. That's weird. Yeah,
I think they're
no.
on top of the White House.
It really didn't make. If you look at it from a logical perspective, it really didn't make sense. Yeah. I've seen a lot of chemists get upset with the movie.
And
Just chemists, because yeah, it talks a lot about um uh it talks a lot about how like the gamma radiation, like there's a whole bit where
oh,
I don't know if it's a spoiler, but the way that Thaddeus Ross has been getting like those like gamma, like the gamma intake, it's been through
hmm
pills or something like that. And I heard a lot of people saying like that's just not how gamma radiation works or something like that, getting transmitted through pills. I don't know, it was funny, but um yeah, so it is what it is.
interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, so I saw that, and then I actually saw a good movie. It was called Riff Raff the other day. That was pretty good. So yeah, but it's been a good time for cinema and media, man. I'm just very happy
Yeah,
with how things have been.
I watched a lot of movies last week.
Really, any
I
notable
watched.
ones?
Uh, I'll just name them. I watched. I think it was called Wolves with
Oh, I've heard good things about
Brad
that.
Pitt and George Clooney. That was funny. Um,
Yeah, that
then I
just came out,
watched.
right? Like last a couple months ago, last month, something like that.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched Beautiful Boy. I watched.
Oh, is that one good?
That one's really good.
Yeah, I saw it got nominated for a couple Oscars, I think, right?
Well, it's an old movie.
Oh,
It might have
maybe
won
I'm thinking of a
something.
different one. Oh,
One with
Timothy
Steve
Chalamet.
Carell and
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh no, I haven't seen this. I've heard good things though.
Should watch that. It's really good. I watched that. I
Mm-hmm.
watched. What was it called? I think it was called Crazy Stupid Love or something
Mm-hmm. I've heard of that one.
with Ryan Reynolds and Steve Carell and Emma Stone.
Yeah.
That one was funny. And then I watched The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
That's good, man. That's
yeah,
awesome. Yeah. So there's a lot of good movies coming out too. I'm very excited. Mickey 17 comes out next week, and I'm very, very hyped for that.
I do
I
want to
love
see that.
I love Bong Joon-ho. I love Robert Pattinson. So I'm excited. I hear he's actually really it's a comedy, so I'm very,
Yeah.
very much excited to laugh. It'll be good. I'm excited.
When's Batman 2 coming out?
2027.
Oh,
October 2027.
oh my
Or is it
days.
20? No, it might be 2026, but still, that's stupid far
That's
away.
doable. Doesn't Dune come out 26?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
I know. I'm more so. I think my top movie I'm excited for this year is Superman. I cannot wait for that movie. It's gonna be incredible.
Hmm.
And then I'm also just excited because it seems like DC's finally on the come up, man. James Gunn knows what he's doing. He just came out with his like press about how he's gonna be doing things. He said his goal from now on is to have two uh live action movies, one animated movie, and
Oh,
then two animated shows, and then yeah, do that for a year, for each year. So
cool.
I'm very excited. He's got a lot of cool stuff planned. I've heard great things about Creature Commandos. Um, they just announced a Green Lantern show. The Supergirl movie is going to be exciting. The Clayface. I'm so excited, man. I love DC. I feel like they've always had better comics and stories. So I can't wait to see it all come together. And it seems like they're doing justice with it all. So that'll be fun. And they said that they're even in talks with NetherRealm Studios to do another game. So maybe Injustice 3? Question mark. So that's a possibility. So yeah. But
Did you see? Wait, never mind. Do you know? Have you heard of Batman Beyond?
yes. That's the like
Did
all
you
black suit with the big red logo.
Did you see how they were going to do an animated film for that, and then they just like scrapped it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you? It looked really good.
It
It
did
looked
look really
like,
good. Like Spider-Verse
yeah.
style is what it looked like. Yeah. Yeah, I
I remember
did.
everyone was
That
mad
was
about
I
that.
think that was before James Gunn had got DC. So but still it did look really, really good.
Yeah.
But hopefully maybe we'll get something like that in the future, man. Because who knows? Apparently they haven't even recorded voice lines for Spider-Man 3 yet. So
Oh yeah, I heard it got delayed till 2029.
yeah, dude, I needed to come out so badly, but if
I remember the first release date was like March of last year.
yeah, yeah, it was insane.
Crazy.
COVID really screwed everything up for that, but yeah, it is what it is. But regardless, I think this is a good place to wrap it. Ben, what do you think?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Otaku Brothers podcast. I'm your co-host Joseph, joined by my lovely, lovely co-host Ben. We love y'all. Thank you all so much for supporting us. We're at 221 subscribers, man. 350 is the goal, Ben. So we have like what 129 to go. Which
It's easy. We're in February.
we are in February.
Easy money.
We got time. So
That's
yeah. Let's keep this pace of 20. If we keep this pace of 20, right, we should cut it close actually, I think.
129 divided by. We just need 13 a month.
That's easy.
That's all we need.
It's easy.
That's all we need.
So yeah. Alright, well we got that. But we'll get it. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for showing love. We love you guys. We'll be back next week with another video. So stay tuned. We'll see you all later. Arrivederci.
Bye bye.
Boom!